What's up YouTube family, and welcome back to a new video. First of all, I would like to say, oh my freaking god, I'm speechless over the fact that so many joined the 60 days you versus you challenge. Like thousands of you are in this challenge, doing this together. I'm so proud of you and I'm so happy that you're taking this step for yourself. These 60 days starts now and they are all about you. Crush it. In today's video, I will show you my go-to exercises when training quads and hamstrings. These are still exercises that I can manage to do even though I'm pregnant, and they always they never disappoint me. And this is a full lower body session. You can just add 2 glute exercises and you will be all good if you want to, but you don't have to. I personally think that you should be training, if you want to build your legs and if you want to build strong legs, you should definitely target your legs at least 2 times a week. So have one day where you are pushing a little bit harder for your quads and have the other day pushing a little bit harder for your hamstrings, so you can really focusing on the different muscles, because we're talking about kind of large muscles here. That is what I have done for years back, and it's a really good and effective way to train. I also want to say that we don't have a magic number when it comes to sets, reps, or how much weight you should be training with. I can never know how much weight you should be training with in the gym. It's all about you, and it's about going beyond your limit, always pushing yourself and pushing the muscles when you are training. So let's go up in the gym and I will show you the exercises. So the first exercise that we're doing is a leg press. I like to start with the leg press because I like to go really heavy in the beginning of my workout and to push like the heaviest exercise in the beginning of the workout. And we're gonna do a basic stand, like a basic stand press, because we want to target the quads. Important, do not tilt this one. Push it down. You can injure yourself, so push it down. If you're pregnant and it feels weird for the belly and you want more room, just push your a little bit wider stand and then push down so you have the room. Next exercise is also for our quads, and this is a Bulgarian split squat variation. There's different ways of doing this exercise, but I personally think that this one targets my quads the best. What I'm doing is that, okay, first of all, when you do the Bulgarian split squat, the longer, I said this in my previous video, but the longer step you have, the more glutes, balance, the more glutes and hamstrings you will get. The more narrow you stand, the more quads you will get. So we're gonna stand a little bit lean forward, but not like that. You still wanna have the whole foot down to the floor when you're pushing up to be able to get the quads working. You can hold the weights like this if you prefer. I personally really like to hold it like this, against my chest, pushing my chest up a little bit, and then going down. And I still have room for the belly, as you can see. So you don't want to push this one in, you want to push it out and push up. Oh, that's heavy. Final exercise for the quads, and we're gonna work with the cable. If you want to do normal squats, you can. Do normal squats if it feels good, if you're not pregnant, if you can push a little harder, maybe go for squats. But this is a really good variation, and we're gonna stand in a front squat using this handle or some kind of narrow handle, because it's like a goblet squat but using the cable instead. So pushing from this straight up, and in this, because we're using the cable, we can go a little lighter on the weights but more reps. So just like rep it out for about 15 to 20 reps to really keep the pump in your quads going. When you do this exercise, think about your elbows. You don't want to lift like that. You want to push your chest up, and when pushing the elbows up, you will also get a nice
arch.
Keep your back straight, push elbows out and chest up to be able to hold this position and concentrate on your quads.
Show us the belly.
Show us the belly.
Wow, that's crazy though.
So cute. Okay, we're moving over to working with our hamstrings, and this has become one of my favorites the last couple of weeks. We're gonna do an elevate stiff leg deadlifts using a dumbbell. Why I'm standing on two boxes like this is that when you have a dumbbell and you're holding it in the plate, if you are flexible, you will touch the floor, and I don't want to touch the floor. I really want to go I want to have a longer lift, and I want to stretch out my muscles and my hamstrings. So I'm gonna jump on this one, holding the dumbbell, and then lower. Straight back, shoulders, don't lose your shoulders. Have your shoulders under control, and push them back, and then lower. And feel the stretch, and up. I'm standing a little bit wider because of the belly. If you can stand closer, you can. It's just a question of what feels comfortable. And this is an exercise for your hamstrings. Not particularly. What is that? What did that came from?
What?
Not in particular your glutes. Ha! Not in particular your glutes. So we don't want this. This is for. I'm showing you this because I want to target my hamstrings. You can do it for your glutes, of course, and you can squeeze in top like that and curl
Tuck your shoulders in.
Tuck your shoulders in and bend your the upper back and squeeze the glutes. So you can do it like that, but when you want to target your hamstrings, push shoulders back and lower and stretch the hamstrings. I'm still feeling this in my glutes because I have them under tension. Even though I don't squeeze, I can still feel them. And as you can see, I can go really far down without losing my back. Wow, My hamstrings are burning. We're warming the hamstrings and it's time to focus on one hamstring at a time. So we're gonna do single stiff leg deadlift using a dumbbell. This exercise, when you're new at this exercise, or even if you aren't new, it can be kind of like nice to hold on to something to keep your balance and focusing on working with the hamstrings instead of, like, you know, if you have problems with finding your balance, it can be good to just hold on to something so you can focus on working with the hamstring. What we're doing here, same thing. This one is just like keeping the balance, and this one is also really good for your glutes. If you want to target them a little bit, they will be activated in this exercise. Going from this position and straight down. And feel the stretch, don't lose the shoulder, still keep a strong and straight back with shoulders back, leaning forward and up. Last exercise for the hamstrings, and we're gonna work with as simple as a machine. Normally, most gyms has some kind of lying leg curl or seated leg curl or some kind of curl for your hamstrings. So use them, they are freakingly good. And I don't show you so much of the machines because I feel like the machine speaks for themselves, and I really want to show you like different exercises if you don't have machines. But in this case, as I can't lay on my belly, it's kind of hard to do curls for my hamstrings, and I always want to aim for at least one curl when I'm targeting my hamstrings. So I will do a standing variation of a hamstring curl. If you don't have this machine, you can easily use a seated machine or a lying leg curl. I'm going to show you a different variation also in the cable if you don't have any of these machines. So, the variation that I was talking about, like, we have a few. I'm gonna show you two with using the cable. So, ankle strap. I will release my own ankle straps really soon, just so you know. So, seated, lean over a bit back and push and curl against yourself to work with the hands. So you can either do it like this, or take the bench, put it like this, knee on the bench, going up, curling. This one is heavy. Okay. And then the last one. If I wasn't pregnant, a favorite of mine is to take a dumbbell, lay on the bench, take a dumbbell and curl it. I can do it like this, but it's not so nice. So I really want to go down to here on my belly and curling the dumbbell. But yeah, that was the variations that I had if you don't have a machine. And that was the whole workout. My legs are sore. So, I want to clarify a little bit more about the 60 days challenge. I've got some emails and like messages from you guys asking about like when do we get the email of how much we should eat and how we should train and where's my schedule and everything like that. There will be no, like, this is an independent challenge that you do for yourself with the knowledge that you have or with any of my guides. You can buy my guides, of course you can, and we can do it more, like I can support you more. But the thing with these 60 days is that you're pushing yourself during these 60 days and hopefully like find your own balance in training and with nutrition. You know, I have a lot of videos both here on YouTube and on my Instagram. I also have what I eat in a day, loads of them, like when I was like in shred mode as well. I have loads of different variation of how you can eat during one day and still be able to train hard and push yourself. So look through them if you want some inspiration, and you can just like write down a little plan for yourself. We always have to have a plan when we want to go. Like you want to plan first before you have the goal, and before you reach the goal you have to have a plan. It's that simple. Thank you so much for watching today's video, guys. I really hope that you liked the lower body session and the leg session that we did. I hope you want to try it out. You have it in the description below. I love you. Keep pushing yourself. 60 days. I know you can do it. I know you can. I love you. Bye.